welcome to Stories Unbound 2020, an exclusive visual storytelling initiative by Tableau. Well, stories can move mountains, stir emotions, make us rethink, dream again, and think of what lies ahead for each one of us. That is the power of stories. As I always say, people are nothing but stories, and stories are all about people. I think no one better could do justice to this fantastic initiative, Stories Unbound 2020, than Shashi Tharoor.
Thank you, Shaili, for those kind words. It's a pleasure to be with all of you. And indeed, I know that these are folks who deal with data more than stories, but behind every bit of data, there is a story. And of course, our own lives are both data and full of stories.
Blending data into storytelling, bridging the left and the right brain to think together is essential for business leaders of today. And that is why I'm pleased to introduce to you a storytelling portal supported by Tableau, a platform exclusively for CXOs to empower leadership through storytelling.
Thank you, Shaili, and thank you for this opportunity to share my art with all of you. As they say, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Imaginary is all about words and pictures, about storytelling for business leaders. I present to you my visualization of Imaginary and leave with you this thought that there are no boundaries to imagination. Just let your thoughts, ideas and stories soar on Imaginary. Stories that inspire purpose and action for business leaders. Stay inspired.
So I think, it's very important for us to talk through stories, because what stories do is they create pictures. Even when you're talking numbers, it's far easier if you put those numbers into a graph, because the graph is pictorial and your mind absorbs those the nuances of the numbers if you see it in the form of a picture. What a story does is it actually creates pictures in your mind. So if you really want to be a leader and be able to inculcate the values that you want in the people of your organization, or land very important messages, it's important then to talk through those stories, because those will create pictures in their minds which they will immediately sort of, relate to and then imbibe.
So there's Imagine Tree that's got a platform out there for leaders to tell their stories, to talk about their ideas, visualization, and how they interpret data. Shashi, Tharoor, what did you think of it?
Oh, I thought it was very nicely organized. It seems like a one-stop shop for everything to do with storytelling, in particularly the business environment, though I think it'll go beyond business too, I'm sure. But what it is that you can hear other people's views on storytelling. I liked seeing the fact that there was a TEDx speaker there, so you know what's going on elsewhere in the world on these issues. You get examples from different kinds of CEOs and other leaders, and there seems to be plenty of opportunity to provide feedback, to write reviews, to give your own stories that in turn might inspire other people using the portal. So I think it has tremendous potential. Of course, these things must grow, and as more and more stories come on board, I think the portal will be of greater and richer value. But right now, it's been, I think, very well organized, and next time anyone asks me to speak about storytelling, I'll make sure I check out Imagine Tree.
Arundhati?
Well, first and foremost, let me put you on the name of the site. I'm sure there's a story behind how you got to Imagine Tree. It's a lovely name, and I'm sure you should lead with that. Having said that, I think it's going to be a great repository for speakers to actually dive in there and find out relevant material for what communicate. But also, it will be a repository for a lot of people who just want their experiences to be out there, which are not really known, but which can be helpful to a lot of people. So a lovely initiative. I really do hope that it turns out to be a great success.
Well, a tree where people unleash their imagination and put out stories. Thank you very much, Arundhati and Shashi Tharoor, for joining us here for Stories Unbound 2020.